I'm about to take the ACSOD 5.9 Monster for its first spin. Generally speaking, it was made for kind of sloppy summer kind of onshore conditions, but I'm going to give it a go in the juice and see if it handles 4 foot off the wall debar. Well, first surf under the belt, definitely tested the limits of what I think size-wise it could handle. Felt a little bit swirly on a couple of those steeper, kind of bigger waves. Even though it wasn't that solid, off-the-wall debar still got a fair bit of push in it. But on some of the smaller insider ones, it actually felt pretty fun. Kind of pretty stiff off the bottom and then had a bit of release out of the top. So I'm excited to see how it goes in the conditions that it was made for. But yeah, it was good to get one surf under the belt on it, and we'll have to see how it goes next time round. Absolutely glorious day we have here in God's country. South God's country. It's kind of Chugan, Currumbin. Coming from a few sessions at off-the-wall debar, it had a couple of really good qualities, but you kind of expect that when you're surfing a pretty fun wave. And I wanted to see if those same qualities came across into a surf where the conditions were pretty mediocre. Originally, I was really liking how fast it went and how quickly it got me off the mark. And I thought it carried those same qualities today pretty well. I stuck with the Jack Freestone Futures the whole time, mainly because we're in Chugan and Jack lives in Chugan when he's in Australia, so thought I'd better keep it real. But no, they're a really good all-rounder fin, and they're in between kind of the John John Large and the John John Medium. And then one of the qualities that I think is probably the most underrated in a surfboard is how well it paddles. And this one for me paddled really well. The waves were pretty soft and hard to get into them today, and there wasn't a wave that I wanted to catch that I missed. So yeah, I'd give it a 10 out of 10 for paddle speed. Just a quick bit of hair and makeup to start the day. Had a couple of really fun surfs on it. It has like a lot of quality attributes. I love how fast it goes and it gets me going off the mark really well. But I'm having a little bit of trouble kind of changing direction once I'm going down the line. So I've changed up the fins. I've gone with the John Pizel Futures. They're a bit rakier than the Jack Freestone Futures. So I'm hoping that's gonna help me like draw out those turns a little bit more and hopefully pull off a big carve. Surf number 4 went really well. Changing over from the Jack Freestone Futures to the John Pizell Futures, I think made a huge difference in this board. It was super responsive and I could change direction, you know, a lot easier and without really having to think about it, which I think is like the attribute you look for on a surfboard. You kind of just want to get up and surf without having to worry about anything. The conditions are really fun. I think it really suited this board. 2 to 3 feet, little fun beachy. Had a really fun surf with Tobes. It's awesome to see someone of his caliber on the same board and in the same conditions. I think that's where you really notice the difference in speed from the top level guys. So yeah, it was awesome to have a surf with him, and yeah, I'm definitely going to keep this board in the quiver. Not giving this one back. Thanks, boys.